Code RPC 5219 used to transport the former president to The Hague. Ayan. So maliwanag po yan.
Sino magsasagot niyan, Madam Chair?
Yun na nga, kasi
Ano?
wala ngang sasagot. Andito yung detalye natin na meron tayo. If President Duterte is a protected person under the American executive order of President Trump, does that mean the person will have all his or her assets in the US frozen? Nalilito kami eh. Kasi in providing the means of transport so that the former president iti-turn over sa ICC, binigyan ng transportasyon, material support or provision of services ang tulong niya. Di ba po? Talagang hindi naman mangyayari yun kung wala yung eroplano.
So, Madam Chair, if Malacanang is cooperating with ICC, albeit patago, kahit na-deny nila, kahit ano kasinungalingan na pinagsasabi nila, nag-cooperate pa rin sila dahil nangyari na nga eh. Nandun na si Pangulong Duterte. Siguro naman, it is a moral obligation of this committee also to share our findings of this committee to President Donald Trump para kung sino mang may-ari nitong Gulfstream na ito, na aeroplano, ay kung may mga ari-arian dito sa Amerika, i-covered siya sa executive order na pinirmahan ni President Trump. So kung sino mang may-ari ng aeroplano na yan, mananagot siya kay President Trump. Sigurado ako, kung may Gulfstream ka na aeroplano, meron kang mga ari-arian sa Amerika. Kaya prepare for the repercussions of your action. Dahil very clear yan, doon sa executive order na inisyo ni President Trump na mananagot kung sino mang mag-facilitate ng mga interference ng ICC to their allied countries. Madam Chair.
Kasi maliwanag yun, ano? Ito yung tail code, nandyan si PRRD, maliwanag. And there's also an article in Manila Times na sinasaad na may Challenger Aero, ano nga pangalan nito? Challenger Aero Air Corporation that arranged the flight. Hinahanap po namin yung article, biglang nawala. Pero andito yata, ayan, yan ang nakita natin eh. Sino may-ari ng Challenger Aero Air Corporation? Sino yung mga shareholder? Nandito po yung SEC, kilalanin natin si Attorney Bernal, Attorney Santiago. Kilala po ninyo itong Challenger Air Corp. Sila daw ang nag-ayos nung biyahe.
Good morning, Madam Chair. As regards Challenger Air Corporation, this was not among the corporations that were requested by the committee, so we may have to ask for some time for us to provide these documents, Madam Chair.
Meron kasing nagpadala, eto naman hindi ko na mahindian, nagpadala na yung Challenger daw ay subsidiary ng San Miguel. Totoo ba yun? Pakita na lang. Kaya lang, wala nga tayong tao rito na magsasabi, wala tayong testigo, naobliga kami maghanap. At may nagpadala nito na eto nga, sa San Miguel daw to. Ano yung papel ng Challenger kung hindi naman sila may-ari? Kaya nakakapagtaka, kanino ito registered?
So, Madam Chair, if I may, Madam Chair.
Close na daw sa SEC. Ha?
Nakita po natin siya
okay. So, hindi namin mahanap itong Challenger na to. Yes, Senator Bato.
No, I think Attorney Perdino Santiago, you're with SEC, Attorney?
Yes, Senator.
Baka pwedeng i-text mo na lang ngayon doon. Anyway, computerized naman lahat yan, di ba? Pwedeng mapadala mo ngayon dito habang hindi pa tayo nag-adjourn.
We're already coordinating with the office.
Thank you, Attorney. Thank you. Salamat, Madam Chair.
Maraming salamat. Pero hindi naman ito may-ari eh. Ang sabi, arrange lang. Sino nga ba yung may-ari nitong aircraft na to? At anong kumpanya to na nag-charter o nagli-lease out? At sino ang nag-charter noong March 11? Kasi ang sabi ni Secretary Remulla, si John Vic, siya nagsabi na yung private jet was paid for by the office of the president. So ngayon, tinatanong ko, if the company or person who owns the plane was authorized to charter it or lease it. Kasi, ang pangalan nito iba Pacific Asian Pearl Airways, meron yata sa SEC niyan. Pwede kayong sumagot. Yun ang registered owner, tama po ba?
As regards the owner of the specific airplane subject of this inquiry, it's not reflected in the SEC records. We defer the ownership of the airways with the proper regulatory agency of which is CAAP. However, we already provided the Senate committee with the requested SEC corporate records of the corporations that you requested, Madam Chair.
So, in fact, there are two corporations with similar names. Is that correct? Would you read them out, please?
Those with similar names to the requested corporate names are Pacific Pearl Airways.com Corporation and Pilipinas Asian Pearl Airways Inc., Madam Chair.
So they are in fact registered with you and you have the ownership also stipulated?
Yes, Madam Chair.
And may we see the names? Diba nakalista naman yung mga shareholder niyan?
As regards Pacific Pearl Airways.com Corporation, maybe I can turn over
The documents.
to Attorney Bernal from our corporate
Okay.
company registration and monitoring
Sige po.
department.
Yes, Attorney Bernal, you're recognized, please.
Good morning, Madam Chair. As regards to Pacific Pearl Airways.com Corporation, under the Articles of Incorporation, the names of incorporator or directors are Elegio Carlo M. Jimenez, Christopher Miel M. Jimenez, Mark C. Tandok, Reocolin P. Toledo, Helen Q. Panolino, Aurora Maria F. Timbol, and Elio B. Jimenez. In the GIS in the 2011, Your Honors, the chairman of the board, the president is Christopher Miel M. Jimenez. The corporate secretary is Elegio Carlo M. Jimenez. The treasurer is Catherine May M. Jimenez. The chief legal counsel is Attorney Aurora Maria F. Timbol. That's the officers, Your Honor.
Thank you very much, Attorney Bernal. I think the committee secretary has tried to contact the alleged owners. Can you update us as to the development there?
We were only able to send an invitation for Mr. Benjamin Ramos.
And they haven't responded since
They sent their regrets, ma'am, just yesterday evening po.
yesterday.
Yes.
Okay, so we will need to be hearing from them since he's one of the owners, 30% ownership of the Gulfstream 550. Ngayon, may nagpadala rin sa akin kasi ng hamon sa totoo lang. At dahil nga, ang pagkasabi ng isang empleyado sa CAAP, eto naman text lang. Hindi daw authorized magpa-charter itong eroplanong to dahil personal lang naman to. So tinatanong ko, kung sana nandito si Secretary John Vic, who authorized the charter or lease since it was a private aircraft, and if it was paid for by the Office of the President, saan yung bid documents? Alam naman natin ang mode of procurement, tapakahaba kahit ano pang proseso. In my experience, kahit pinaka mabilis na procurement, it takes several days to complete. Biglang sinasabi, they only knew of the warrant of arrest at 3 a.m. March 11. Tapos, sa ilang oras lamang, nakumpleto nila yung announcement, yung tender, yung publication requirements, yung award. at yung completion sa loob ng iilang oras, pwede po ba yun? Procurement law? Kahit pinakabagong procurement law natin, hindi naman ganun kapaspa.